Welcome to Newsbeat on NITV. This is our Abuja studio in Nigeria. I am Christine Opara. In the news, Abuja's second runway project set for a real world. Aondoakaa banned from holding public office. EFCC intensifies probe on Ibori's assets. And post-UME screening, University of Ibadan Vice-Chancellor against scrapping. Details in a bit. The contentious Abuja Airport's second runway contract has been cancelled after President Goodluck Jonathan mandated Minister of Aviation Mrs. Fidelia Njeze to end the contract awarded to Julius Berger Nigeria PLC. He also told the minister to re-advertise the project and ensure that due process is followed in the bidding procedure. It will be recalled that former Minister of Aviation Babatunde Omotoba called for the construction of the second runway as he explained last year that the existing one was more than 27 years old. The International Civil Aviation Organization gives an international runway a period of 27 years to last before rehabilitation. The Federal Airports Authority of Nigeria initially awarded the construction contract to Julius Berger at the cost of approximately $423 million. It was proposed for a 4.4 kilometer that would land the biggest aircraft in the world, Airbus A380. Chairman House Committee on Aviation Bertel Amadi has also noted that the contract from inception had gone through several cost inflations, adding that the Aviation Ministry had earlier planned for the construction to be included in the 2009 budget at about 4 billion naira. The House of Representatives rejected the budget, describing it as highly inflated, and ordered its stoppage as House members argued that 63 billion naira was enough to build 2 new airports. Following criticisms of inflation, the Presidential Project Assessment Committee recommended a reduction to 49.6 billion naira, which the presidency approved. However, House Committee on Aviation kicked against it on ground that the lower chamber was still deliberating on the issue after the submission of a report of investigation the committee conducted. It was also learned that the Federal Airport Authority of Nigeria is to advertise the design of the project by the end of June, and this would be followed by the advertisement of the project proper after the design of the runway has been concluded. Sources say that Julius Berger may kick against the cancellation, but noted that the company was qualified to bid again for it, only that this time it must follow due process. Meanwhile, the Ministry of Aviation has conveyed government's decision to Julius Berger in a letter dated June 1, 2010, in which the federal government acknowledged that the project is essential, should be advertised again for competitive bidding. Former Attorney General of the Federation and Minister of Justice Michael Aondoakaa has been stopped by a federal high court sitting in Calabar, Cross River State, from holding the office of Attorney General of the Federation or any other related public offices in future. Mr. Emmanuel Obot filed the suit that resulted in the verdict against Aondoakaa. Mr. Obot had petitioned the Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC) and PDP for replacing him as the party's candidate for 2007 election with Mr. Basi Etim. It could be recalled that the Court of Appeal had mandated that the panel be constituted to retry the petition, but Aondoakaa, in a letter dated January 8, 2008, to the President of the Court, asked him not to conform with the instruction. Aondoakaa was said to have used his position as the Attorney General of the Federation to write a letter on February 16, 2009, to the former chairman of INEC, Professor Maurice Iwu, not to issue a certificate of return to Obot. He also wrote to the Speaker of the House of Representatives, Mr. Dimeji Bankole, imploring him to allow Etim to remain in the House despite the Court of Appeal judgment. Adetokunbo Ademola noted that the conduct of Aondoakaa was a desecration of the office of the Attorney General of the Federation. He added that the position was meant for learned and eminent members of the bar and not for political charlatans, jobbers, or latter-day praise singers. While addressing the present Attorney General of the Federation and Minister of Justice Mohammed Adoke, Ademola regretted that the matter the Court of Appeal has decided since February 12, 2009 was yet to be implemented because of the spurious letters Aondoakaa wrote. He said the declaration has been made that Aondoakaa undermined and subverted the rule of law. the due administration of justice and the independence, authority and integrity of the judiciary in the letters of 8th January 2008 and 16th February 2009 written by him in the capacity of the Attorney General of the Federation. The Economic and Financial Crimes Commission has begun a new investigation into the assets and funds allegedly belonging to a former governor of Delta State, James Ibori, in Dubai. The commission is also investigating properties owned by Ibori's associates and family members. It was believed that Ibori might have used his family members as fronts to obtain such assets. On account of money laundering, a Southwark London court had only last week indicted 2 associates of the former governor, Mrs. Christine Ibori Ibe and Mrs. Aondoakaa Okoronkwo, both on counts of a money laundering and mortgage fraud charge. The recent steps the EFCC took was provoked by Ibori's decision to seek political asylum in Dubai and on the assumption that the ex-governor must have picked the town as a coven for his alleged property. As of Friday, it was gathered that the United Arab Emirates had not taken necessary action that would lead to the filing of extradition papers, which is said to be the final administrative process. The EFCC is, however, estimating that there must be some hidden facts about the unwillingness of the United Arab Emirates to transfer Ibori to the United Kingdom. The agency is also investigating the United Arab Emirates' alleged plan to award him asylum. The chairman of the EFCC, Mrs. Farida Waziri, had on May 25th accused the international community of its defensive economic interest by frustrating Nigeria's anti-corruption crusade. The EFCC has in the last 2 weeks intensified efforts meant at ensuring Ibori's extradition by passing more documents and files to Dubai to convince the UAE that the ex-governor has a case to answer. Professor Olufemi Bamiro, Vice-Chancellor, University of Ibadan, has opposed the attempt by the National Assembly to erase post-university matriculation examination tests in universities. Bamiro said that it will be a disaster if the post-UME tests were cancelled and universities relied solely on the UME by the Joint Admissions and Matriculations Board as a basis for admission. The Vice-Chancellor further added that a significant number of students admitted into the University of Ibadan solely on JAMB scores were asked to withdraw from the university at the end of their first year because they could not meet up to the cumulative grade point. He said it was an irony as most of the students who were asked to withdraw from the university scored above 250 in the UME exams. Professor Bamiro said the Senate of the University of Ibadan had commenced initiatives aimed at improving the university's model of post-UME in order to prevent such withdrawals. And that's it on News Beats for now. I am Christine Opera. Thanks for logging on.